Hi everybody, this is Casey and welcome to Xianxia DnD. As usual, this is our Thursday game where we get into wacky Xianxia shenanigans. And before I begin, super big thanks to T4C, the Fourth Culture, for having me on this morning, Singapore time, to talk about Talespire. Wait, was it this morning? No, it was yesterday. Yes, that's right. This is what happens when you're overly tired, overworked, and have no sense of time now whatsoever. Anyway, so thanks to T4C and thanks for T4C for the shout out on Monday. Love you guys. Yeah. Okay, that was my very pathetic Korean impression. Now, we don't have Nic today. We only have Rich and Shao, and we'll let them do a quick character introduction.
Sure. I will assume I'll start first as usual. I am Richard, and I play Song Yifan, and he is an Elven Bladesinger, wizard. Currently just leveled to level 4. And he's a disciple of Wudang, and the grand disciple of the founder of Wudang, which is Bai Mei. He is an orphan, and he was picked up by his father, which is the first disciple of Bai Mei.
Yes. Okay. Alright, so hi, I'm Shao, and I'm playing Cang Tian. I'm playing a monk who is traveling across the wide expanse of the lands of ancient, vaguely Song Dynasty China, and along the way, getting embroiled in martial conflicts and supernatural intrigues. Right now we are in a situation where it seems as though everything's going to spiral out into chaos, and it seems as though we've got some destiny thrust upon our characters that we might have a chance to change things potentially for the better. And so that's where we are. Right now inside this place called Mount Wudang, which is linked over to Richard's character's backstory and history.
Alright, so what I normally do to start out the game is to have a quick recap, but in this particular case, Sweden, one of our regular viewers, actually mentioned a very cool kind of introductory device of an eagle flying over the landscape that they are in. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I'm totally obsessed with my map and Talespire, and that's exactly what I'll be doing. So what is going to happen is, before I start though, big thanks to everybody who is subscribed, everyone who has followed us. Feel free to spam the group with XP and lore drops, and that's for the channel points. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button or the follow button if you can. And last but not least, we are finally an affiliate of the Humble Bundle. So if you happen to be over at the Humble Bundle trying to buy games and stuff like that, let us know. And we have a link, and I'm not sure if this is going to work, but Rich assures me that this has worked. Yes, that's right. We have a Humble Bundle, and we are also an affiliate of Pure VPN. So if you want to watch cool martial art goodness through Netflix, and you want to switch your regions, Pure VPN is your solution. So without much further ado, let me start the day's recap. Okay. An eagle perched on the peak of Mount Wudang launches itself and turns up into the air and flies through the courtyard The fog clears gently as he flies over the training hall. Flies to the pagoda, the cloud ascending pagoda where the master of Wudang Shan lives. Flies across down to the lonesome watchtower. And last but not least, flies down, swoops down, and lands just above
Okay, so you might want to switch the screens.
Oh, that's true. Okay. I just realized that I've done all of that for no reason. Let's try that all over again. Why is my camera so... Okay. So the eagle flies. That's the pagoda, the cloud ascending pagoda. The training grounds where the disciples live. Flies around, does a circle, and hits down, flies down and hits towards the mystical dragon well, the source of Wudang's cultivation power. Let's see if I can... The source of Wudang's cultivation power. And it flies through, up, taking to the air once again. And it lands, it flies back, where the banner that has no words on it because I can't put words on it says Wudang Shan, Mount Wudang. And the game begins deep into the temple complex once again, where last session the players found themselves with Song Yifan, Song Yifan's adopted father, running into the chamber and letting Pai Mei and the group know. Master! Son, something has gone wrong. Come out quickly. What do you do?
I am waiting for... I am moving towards Pai Mei to like follow or escort or follow behind him.
Oh, thanks Redden for the subscribe. Thank you so much. So you're running behind
Walking behind now.
He's running out. He's running. He's doing a full tilt run.
I'm waiting for the Tai Sifu, the Grandmaster.
Grandmaster never runs.
Yeah, I know. Just follow behind.
Okay.
As his Xiao, you know, as his like 8.
Wow. Okay, Ken. So Shifu, Pai Mei starts walking slowly towards the door, and you follow him. And I've just discovered that there's a new trick. I can actually teleport you. Haha. Down.
I see.
Down. So as you walk out, what you see is what you see is the stones on the path themselves. The stones on the path themselves start flying into the air as if they are assembling some kind of a highway up to one of the stone columns, one of the neighboring stone columns, and one of the guards is half running, half jumping, and his legs are just barely skirting the tops of the pebbles as they form a path down. As he runs all the way down and hops off near the end. Yeah, this is what some stuff I've been playing around with collision physics. And he says, eldest brother, Shifu, there is something wrong. There is an army gathering outside at the bottom of the hill, at the bottom of the mountain. What should we do? The master looks at the guard, and he looks at Elder Song, and he looks at the three of them and says, "What do you make of this?"
They may be after the boy.
Most likely.
I
did not expect. He strokes his beard, his long white beard. I did not expect the government, the imperial government, to be so bold as to send an army up. Usually, government and the men of the lakes and the rivers, the waters tend not to mix.
Well, Great Elder, it is a time when nations war. So if the greatest of societies are in conflict, then perhaps small rules are broken.
This is not a small rule. I mean, the whole rationale behind this neutrality between the two of us is mutually assured destruction. I do not know what to make of it. He sighs deeply. Yeah, after the child, you say?
yes.
All right.
We have crossed path with a few locator guards along on our way here, on our way back.
The child is being treated at the Dragon Well. He says he thinks for a while, and then he does in your you recognize this, right? In his left hand, he sketches out the word. Words go with the wind. 4th level spell, Sending. Right? And he pushes his hand out, right? And he whispers the words, Emerald Mountain, if you're there. Not Yusan, Emerald Mountain. Emerald Mountain, if you're there. If you're there at the mountain, entertain our guests from the Imperial government. Give us about 3 days. As much as you can. But at least 3 days. And he pushes us up. And he says, 5th brother will take care of it. He smirks. He has a gift for words. In the meantime,
fifth uncle has always been good at these things.
He nods. He move you with that, right? Elder Song speaks to the guard, whispers some words to him, right? And he hops onto the path, and again the pebbles just start forming a road underneath his feet, just as he runs all the way up the path, all the way back to his lookout point again. This time, much more wary. And Elder Song says, "Come with us." Moves over to the Dragon Well, where you see 2nd and the 7th brother, your 2nd and 7th uncle, are in a kneeling position next to the Dragon Well. I will need to do
and Qi
yeah. 二书七书. And Hugh, however, And what you see is interesting. You see the child. Once I need to put in some figurines for this. Okay, maybe a halfling figurine. Sorry, Lisa, if you're looking. Okay. And 2H. Your 二叔 and your 七叔 are here. Okay, and what you see is your second uncle and your fifth uncle and your seventh uncle, right, are busy transmitting energy to him. and they are just doing their best, right? And they have sweat just pouring down from their brows, right? And the child, the 2-year-old child, right, with his chest exposed, right? You see the print on his chest, right, getting darker and darker, and it looks as though it's, instead of the energy being absorbed by the body, the healthy body, it almost seems to be the energy is being absorbed by the necrotic affliction that has been inflicted upon the child. At the same time, the child seems to be looking better, but the affliction also correspondingly becomes more serious. The print becomes darker. You see frost forming around the handprint. You see that the skin around the handprint is red and feverish. And I just realized I've left one very important person back in the temple. Should not. And I've actually shrunk him down to purpose.
He's a tiny guy.
Yeah, he's a tiny guy. I mean, I really can't kind of make him small, because like you're 8 feet tall, you're also medium. You're 4 feet tall, you're also medium, right? So he's kind of like around 4 feet tall, but he's not significantly taller. So he's kind of down there, and he looks at it and he squints his eye for a while as he makes a medicine roll. And the two of you if you want to make medicine rolls, you can also make medicine rolls, or you can assist his medicine roll if you're trying to kind of discuss with him what's going on.
Okay, I'll assist then.
Yeah, we'll assist.
Okay, then he rolled.
I think only one person who can do a help action, right?
Yeah, only one person can do a help action.
I think Cang Tian will be better.
Okay, got it. So I gotta roll a medicine check?
Sure. Your DC is 10 to assist.
Okay, I got a 16.
Good job. Very good. As Bai Cao Xian sees this, right, he starts for a while and he says, I know how to help him. Shifu. He says to Bai Mei, Shifu. He goes over and says, do you have an item that is of pure yang energy? The purest form of yang energy that you can. Infusing him with that will save his life. What is happening over there is that the energy, the yin energy has imprinted too deeply in him. Every time you push life energy into him, it just cycles into a higher state of balance. You understand what I'm saying? And your Shifu strokes his beard and he says, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. He thinks for a while. The Dragon Well's energy is not suitable. He will be in no danger of losing his life here, but he will not be cured by the same token. He thinks for a while and he says, Yifan,
Yes.
how close are you to this child?
It's a promise that I have kept, and I would like to keep the promise of bringing this child back alive.
Even to the extent of risking your life, because I do have a solution.
But we're not gonna like it.
I don't like it.
Pray tell, Grandmaster.
There is a treasure from Mount Irmi. Mount Irmi and Mount Wudang have been allies for hundreds of years. And the treasure of Mount Irmi is a flame that has many different names, but they call it the flame imperishable. For those of you who understand Mandarin, it's called the Nanming Li Huo. Let it not be said that I only crib my influences from one genre. Sweetheart, this is my sweetheart tribute. So, there is that flame. It is not well known in the martial arts community, but that flame is not perfect. In extracting the flame, they had left a fragment of it in one of the spirit realms. And apart from the abbess and Mount Irmi, I am the only other person who knows the location of this fragment.
So we just need to find that fragment and Xiaoxiang will be cured?
In a manner of speaking, I think your friend over here, he looks at Bai Cao Xian, he looks at the Ginseng Road, and the Ginseng looks smug. He looks like, yeah, I did good, yeah. And he says, I think he has an idea. Yes, of course I have an idea. We need to break the cycle and infuse the energy directly into him. Only then will we be able to burn out that necrotic affliction.
Right. So
we have to travel to this mountain, I suppose. And you're not too fond of this idea because it's a hazardous journey, or you involve?
The journey is not hazardous. The realm is confusing at best. I do not know what is there. It is shielded from scrying, and I am not willing to send scouts there for this fool's errand. With apologies, I know you made a promise, but it is a fool's errand. Traveling there is not an issue. I can give you a hand. I can give you use of the Wudang cloud ladder to head directly over. That would cut your journey short that would make the task merely difficult. When you are there, look between the scarlet bird and the white tiger. For those of you who are rich, you know what this is, right? In China astronomy, right? they refer to the four cardinal directions in the with the animals. So between the south, which is the scarlet bird, right, Zhuhe, and the west, which is Baihu. So the white tiger, and between, so look towards the southwest. There will be 3 stars etched on the cliff at night. Find the guiding flame, and you will be able to, and look to the southwest, and you will find the constellation that will guide you to the entrance of the flame.
All right. I'll take on this task. It may sound like a fool's errand, but a gentleman should always keep his promise.
The 4 horses would find it hard to chase you.
Then Cang Tian looks over at is Amu here?
Amu is here, but what Amu is saying is, I think that there is something I can do for Xiaoxiang here.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure, but I have been blessed by the heavens with a healing ability. Perhaps it will keep him a little longer.
Okay.
We can't rely on, with all due respect to you, Grandmaster Bai Mei, Wudang is now facing a calamity of its own. We cannot draw your resources away from this. We have to be responsible for our own actions. Let me stay behind and sustain Xiaoxiang. Would that be alright with the 2 of you?
Cang Tian is actually was going to whisper to Amu, saying, "I'm glad that Yifan didn't say that we should be doing this because we look like fools, because it's a fool's errand." Because Amu is usually the one complaining about all these things, right? And Cang Tian kind of ribbing him in the corner and saying, "Is it because we look like fools? Oh, okay, no, it's because we're gentlemen. I think we moved up in the world."
No. It's because the player not here. The player cannot cowpay about his character not being here, so I have to write him out gracefully, right?
Gracefully.
Yeah, more gracefully than he would have written himself out, I must say. But hey, okay.
So I think.
So now he's transmitting energy over to Xiaoxiang. Now. Yes.
That's great. I think we should head towards the cloud ladders and set off to Mount Irmi.
Your adopted father comes to you and says, "I will not try to dissuade you. You've already grown up. I cannot make your decisions for you now. But please be careful."
I will, Father.
Yeah. Careful's his middle name.
No.
Actually, I think volunteering on quest is our middle name.
Yeah, volunteering on quest is our middle name.
You all want to be completionists and all that, then okay lah,
Well, let's make our way down to this place then.
Okay. I will port you all here because I will park you all in the teleportation circle. Because when you come back, the scene may change again. Because I am an unrepentant remodeler and redecorator of Wudang-san. Okay. And Bai Xiaoxian. Okay, and with that, I will move on to a far less impressive map. Where is this? Here's the map. here, Cave of the Southern Flame. Okay, much more chaotic. You feel a wrenching sensation where you feel yourself picked up and thrown, literally hurled through the air, and you feel like you're falling upwards for the longest time. You see stars streaking by you, and for a moment you see comets, you see red stars, and every so often when you're spinning and tumbling through the air, you see the baleful red star still in the south, still pulsating, still distant. As you reach a rather warm, kind of muggy place, and there you are. Yeah, sorry, I need to kill off. And you find yourself deep in almost like an alcove pit of almost a canyon surrounded by blue crystals. And all around you feel an oppressive heat and humidity around you. The place is, you hear animal sounds all throughout.
Well, the process of civilization waning, well, not really waning, right? It's just that the forces of the wild, of the beast world are increasing.
Yes, you feel that the area here is different from where you were. When you're in the mortal realm, you feel like there is, the air doesn't feel so oppressive. It doesn't feel so muggy, and it certainly doesn't feel so how should I say? It doesn't feel so oppressive. You're here. You're in a deep dark canyon. All around you is just vegetation.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, you know the stars that he speaks by, that your master spoke of.
Yes, it's in a southwesterly direction.
You actually don't really have an idea which is southwest. You feel a sun, but you don't see a sun. You see shadow around you, but you don't really kind of get the sense that it's necessarily in the southwestern direction as well. You do, however, make me a perception roll and a survival roll.
Perception and survival.
Do you want me to assist you instead?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is my perception. You get advantage in perception.
Okay, got it. Then survival. Okay, so my perception is 15.
My survival fails, by the way.
Okay. My survival is 13.
Okay, survival fails, your perception succeeds. You do see a glimmer of a flame almost. As you are kind of in this direction through the where there's a narrowing in the canyon here. There's a glimmer of a red flame. You see this? The corner?
Where is it?
North, the top right hand corner.
East, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Relative to you, northeast.
Okay. Then Cang Tian says, I think I see a see a light in the direction, a flame in the direction. Would you like me to check out the place further before we
I think
proceed?
we should let's head that direction first and take a look. It's high ground, right?
You're going to have to kind of topo bash yourself through this. You don't. There is a small kind of ravine through these two large cliff faces. I don't know whether you can see it. Yeah, can you see it? There are two large faces, but there's a huge it's overgrown with trees. It's going to be difficult terrain, and you're going to have to slog your way through.
Okay. How where are we in relative position to
You're
this?
here. Do you see
In the
yourself?
middle.
Yep.
There. Okay, got it.
You see, this is Bai Cao Xian, and this is Yifan. And Bai Cao Xian says, "Be careful. This place is not natural, despite all its appearances."
I understand. Grandmaster Bai Mei has mentioned that it's a realm, and I'm quite certain that we will be meeting some spirit cultivators.
As you walk, are you walking in that direction where you see all this like massive chaos of forest up relative north to you?
I was gonna ask, is it possible for me to levitate up and kind of soften the at some point in my perception 15, can I sort of skyhook us a little bit easier to make a part of the journey easier?
If you use your levitate, then you can get a better vantage point and you can see relative to where your vantage point is. So it's not a perception roll, it's just relative to where you are. Would you like to do that?
No, as in what I was asking was would it be for example, as we move further in, at some points where it looks like a helivac would look easier, right? Would it be okay for me to use that to smoothen our exploration?
For levitate, is it?
Yeah, maybe especially treacherous gaps, or maybe a narrow defile that looks like where it could be.
You would have to be able to. You have to encounter the actual situation before you do it, and it depends on which way you're going also.
Got it.
So if you're going through the most direct path, right, through all of these forests and all that, right? Yeah, sure. You pick the path and go lah. That's why you were making the survival roll just now. I'm not suggesting to you which path it is because you didn't make the survival roll, but yeah.
I look around for as a person who comes from lands with more deserts and generally watering holes is usually rivers are places where wild animals will basically wait for people to show up and attack, right?
Awesome.
And this place is already not a natural things don't follow the natural idea of what we should assume. That's what the master warned, right? So I try to look around for places that look like paths that look a little bit too easy and stuff. I try to avoid because that usually means there's a little bit more traffic, and so I kind of pick the middle path. So Buddhist, I try to pick a path that is a little bit not necessarily easiest to try to avoid ambush spots, and take paths that may be a bit harder. And then once we get to a place that's quite hard, then I'll see whether my levitate can help us navigate around.
Okay, so
there's a prudent, the middle line choice.
Okay, very Buddhist. Very Buddhist. You're not attached to suffering, but neither are you neither are you trying to get yourself into a situation where you can't get. So here's the question: there's an open path, kind of there's kind of an open path-ish this way, behind you. There is a much narrower but thicker path this way. Or you can try ascending one of these rocky outcropping plateau type things.
I look at Yifan. My level 4 feat that I took was skill expert, and I took athletics as my.
Well done.
So I had no idea I'm going mountain climbing, but all that squatting I think paid off. I think so. would you like me to basically and at level 4 now I slow 4, so in case I have any mountaineering problems, I will Tom Cruise myself down a little bit more easily.
Hey, Squash Group Tag, thank you very much for following. The group is currently trying to figure out a way to abseil their way through this massive chaos of a jungle.
Hello.
Hello. Does Bai Cao Xian have any wisdom for us?
Bai Cao Xian, let's see. Okay, that's a good question. Let me roll his survival.
As a plant boy.
As plant boy, but you know, Bai Cao Xian, you do realize that Bai Cao Xian shrugs his tendrils and goes, "Damned if I know."
Okay.
I think now I realize that Bai Cao Xian comes across. Actually, maybe I should make him sound like Eric Sang.
Yeah, in my head canon he was always Eric Sang.
Really? Actually, I don't really know what's going on. Okay, fine. Okay, Eric Sang is. I also don't know what's going on.
He's like Eric Sang in the Infernal Affairs too.
Yeah. A bit gruff, a bit more kind of a bit more gravelly, right? But I can't reach that pitch and still be gravelly. But anyway, let's try. Okay.
You can levitate somebody else, right?
I can levitate somebody else, but what I can do is I can levitate myself. And since we're a small party, right, Bai Cao Xian's always been kind of planning, right? So what we could do is I could get out, put a rope, and then I can it's easier for us to rappel up. So I can secure the weight, and then I can be the anchor for the belaying, because in case I fall, I can always slow fall myself.
That's true.
Yeah, so what we can do is just use some technology to help us better. So use some rope, use some climbing to navigate the street path. What we do here is that from sensory data, there's actually birds flying around. So there's prey animals, and knowing this kind of creatures, especially if they're more vicious, they might think of attacking us. When we fall, then they'll just, like vultures, eat our bodies after we've taken a nice 60 d6s of 4 damage. That's what I'll do. So so there's some pros and cons. So why don't we kind of you look at the forested path with the mountains. In case we fall, there's some vegetation we can move into. We can always use it as cover.
Yeah. And you know, just as you say that there's vegetation and all that, there's life around you, right? You see,
oh no,
and there's a
snarky goat looking at you.
It's like I think we'll get along just fine. I hear they are stubborn. They're very stubborn creatures. Most are adventurous.
Okay.
He's giving you the stink eye. Like, what the hell are you guys doing there? Why are you in my territory?
I think we follow your plan. We head towards the general direction and try to circumvent some of the difficult terrain through.
Okay, so you've got a couple of options, right? You can climb the mountain, the rocky outcropping. You can climb Bukit Kambing here. For those of you who don't understand what that means, it's Goat Hill in Malay. Bukit Kambing here. There's Bukit Batu here, which is Rock Hill. There is the forest path down here, and there's the obviously clear but somewhat sus path of going backwards and then circling around.
Yeah, for letting ourselves be too sus there.
Yeah.
It's either we climb the mountain, the mountain goat, or we go through the difficult terrain. That's why
I mean, the goat path is obviously the greatest of all time. That's why it's the goat, right? Yeah. So
and it also tells you something, because there is actually a goat coming out from there. But anyway, so you want to try to clear the goat path, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's safe for goats, it should be safe for us. And would you like me to basically move on a little bit ahead, because I'm probably more steady-footed as coming from the desert lands, right? I can basically. Do you have any extra rope with you? I think I have my basic adventurer pack rope.
I do have a basic. I do have extra rope.
Yeah.
Okay.
50 feet of hemp rope.
Okay, then we'll just use mine first, and in case I need more, then we'll come back and get later.
Okay, so measurement here is about 15 feet.
Okay.
Then followed by another 20 feet climb. It is, however, it's rough, it's got handholds, but it's almost vertical.
Got it.
Okay.
So I basically nod to everyone and I say, okay, don't do anything I wouldn't. And Cang Tian basically kind of like starts putting his palms towards the rock and basically starts feeling around for crevices and basically starts using the suction of the air and the palms to basically start, okay, let's get used to this, and then start tapping around to make sure there's no force.
Okay.
When you pull, then it starts to break.
Okay, Ken. So you are.
Why don't you try to, Cang Tian, perhaps I should go first. Because if I fall, you can catch me, right? It's
Oh lah,
more
Cang Tian
secure.
can catch himself lah. He's a monk lah.
No,
Can
wait,
break.
I fall.
No, but you see, when I head up, I'll put a rope, then you basically hold it,
Yeah.
then it helps pull you up. Yeah.
So it will be DC
Okay.
10 to get up here, DC 12 to get up here. It's not difficult lah. It's not terribly difficult.
Got it.
It's
And
just
then,
gonna take you some time.
Actually, pass me the rope because I think what I'll do is I'll need double the amount of rope because I'll start doing ropey things.
Sure.
Okay, let me see whether I understand my rope. Okay, got it. So I'm going to make a DC. Is DC 10 or DC 12, right?
DC 10, then DC 12.
Okay, got it. So it's athletics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
But we should have no problems lah. You have things like Qing Gong, Step of the Wind, what have you.
I just passed my 10 only, so cannot praise. It's not
Okay,
like
okay.
Cannot
Yeah. This is a
Piece of shit. Expertise still like shit. Must complete that, then you work better.
number one in the world for COVID, my furry ass. for US news media, why you go and praise Singaporeans? Singaporeans cannot praise one.
Okay, so the second one is a 22, the first one is a 10.
Okay.
After scolding, it improves.
as you approach, right, the goat just kind of bounces off.
Okay, then what's this? I think like Cang Tian interprets it as a good sign and thanks the goat kind of under his breath and says, well, where the goat goes is probably a safe path for the goats. We're not as nimble as goats, but we can do our best.
Make me a perception check.
Perception.
When you're climbing up the...
Unless the goat is actually a bandit, the notorious goat bandit. If he starts to area,
Jiang
the other goats come out and
he's
harass.
The river goat bandit, right? Because for those of you who are curious, it's the Jiangyang Da Dao. Hey, crazy, Craze IXD. This is called Talespire. It's in early release, and we use it for basically kind of like 3D mapping and all of those things. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Shao.
Yeah, it's a DC 10. It's a perception 10.
Perception 10. Okay. You don't.
Got it.
Okay, you got it here. You can come up to here, and then you can just drop the rope down, and it will be a sufficient anchor. You can anchor it around this particular glowing crystal if you like.
It's a little bit. It looks a bit sus.
It does look a bit sus. It does very look a bit sus. Okay.
I can't like say to the crystal now that nobody is around. What should I say? Like Crystal, I and you were born with no grudges. Please let me use this paper. You are born the crystal, I born the air elemental. Please let us know.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Crystal, please, I'm really urgent lah. Please, just don't. I don't want to offend you. You don't want to offend me lah. Okay, just let me Okay.
Yeah, literally, Chinese, right?
Yeah. Okay, you toss the rope down.
I use myself as sort of like knot it around myself, and I also actually use, because now I have twice the amount of rope, so I actually use I actually half the length of the rope, make knots inside, so it's easy to handle
easily. And I assume that Bai Cao Xian is just going to get carried by somebody up lah, okay? Because he's if you want to roll his athletics, it's going to be quite sad lah.
You know the whole week I've been making athletics-based feats for Pathfinder for navigating difficult terrain because that's my job, right? Then I'm just like, sure, I'm ready to repel. What you want me to do, I can do.
Hey, send some of the stuff over to me, lah. I mean, we've been talking.
Once my legal clears, I can do it, lah.
Oh, that's true, yeah, true. Because
I'm under denial of NDA, not
okay,
disclosure.
Ken.
Okay.
Yifan, roll a perception roll as you're coming up. Yours.
Sorry. Perception roll as I'm coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. It's a 13.
Okay. As you walk and you climb up, and there's a particular angle here, right? You realize that there are runes on the side of the wall.
Do I recognize the runes?
What languages do you speak?
Common, Elven. Let me see. Keep forgetting. Languages. Where are my languages? Proficiency. Oh, Celestial, Common, and Elvish.
No, and no. So yeah, the runes. They don't make sense to you.
Okay, I have Dwarvish and Primordial and Celestial. No dice there.
No dice there either. Wait, hang on. Make me a DC 15 roll off your intelligence.
15.
Oh,
Yeah, not yours. Yifan's. Sorry.
Nope. I got a 5.
Okay. Yeah, they look maddeningly familiar to you. It's like you've seen them somewhere before, but no dice.
I look at
probably Sylvan or something like that. Our character. Yeah.
Yeah, probably silver.
Like,
I look at Cang Tian. Can you drop down some of your parchments and pen?
oh, sure. Then I pass in some of my writing equipment.
And I try to trace or write.
Oh,
Do you want?
I just realized Bai Tao Xian says stop, don't move. Bai Tao Xian is the language.
Stop, it's hammer time.
It is Sylvan.
Yeah, see, so I know like root linguistics, right? Yeah, literally.
Linguistic root, yeah.
Yeah, it's a root and these are linguistics.
And these are the branches, right? Okay. He says, he looks at it, right? And then suddenly he does this. And then he's like, put me upside down.
I holding by his root.
So he's like staring at the thing and you're holding him by his roots up there. And he says, this is a warning.
Oh.
Off.
Please don't hassle the goat.
No. He says, here, beyond this is the realm of the forest witch.
Alright.
Okay.
Totally not ominous.
Yeah.
Totally.
Why is it written upside down?
I mean, you know what they say about dangerous witches in the forest. You know, they could be upside down, the head like wrapping around. That's how they start telling all kinds of bullshit ghost stories.
Hey, but Amu is not here lah. You're like, you scare who? You scare. This is all the Lao Jiao Ping you tell to all the Lao Jiao already. Nobody is gonna. Lao Jiao, by the way, are veterans, right? Okay, so this is Singlish, right? Lao Jiao means old bird. Old bird means veteran. Okay, and Ping means soldiers. So one of the favorite pastimes of NS men, right, is to scare each other, by telling each other ghost stories. So usually there will be some like new bird down there that will completely believe it, and Abu is usually that, and Nic's usually that. But however, he's not here today. So who are you scaring? Who are you scaring today?
Just keep it in practice,
Yeah, just keep it going.
Maybe Laughing Ghost is nearby. It's a ghost scared of ghosts, you know. Laughing Ghost.
So it's like, what are you doing? I'm like, the guy. Okay, anyway, let's go. So you're heading up, right?
Yeah, heading up.
Okay.
Yeah, heading up and then just let Cang Tian know that there's the warning for a forest witch.
And from up here, you look and you can't see the flame anymore because it's blocked by the terrain, the surrounding terrain. But you do actually see in the distance here some kind of a wooden structure.
Oh, okay.
Looks like a hut of some sort, and the fire is like kind of a little bit further away from the wooden hut. So if you're here, right, you can see it's not a direct path. You're gonna have to like kind of like either hop or make your way through the rocks and all that, right? Or qinggong your way through, lightfoot your way through. But the path on the rocks is ironically more clear than the one on the ground, the bits on the ground. And there is what looks like the hut, and this is the flame. And you can kind of just go for one and not go for the other.
Well, we're entering the territory of the forest witch, right? So I think we should actually pay our respects, because I think if the flame is on the other side, we have to cut through our territory. So
You can.
Should we dispense with
skirt? Just you can. Okay, yeah, but it is clearly in her territory, and you've already read the signs.
Yes, it's because since we understand the signs, we cannot even claim that we didn't.
It's true.
It's like if, let's say, if the cops, okay, anyone watching this is like, if the cops ask you, do you read the sign? What sign? Because right, okay, then later in Singapore there's no Miranda law, so act blur the best you can, kids.
No. Okay, so first let me take off my DM hat. Let me put on my slightly non-practice. That is really bad advice. That's super bad advice. Okay.
It comes from times. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say this on media. Moving on.
Yeah. Please. Okay.
Okay.
Don't try this at home, kids.
If the forest witch is an obviously intelligent being, then I think we should approach the hut and pay our respects. At least we can ask for directions.
By Cao Xian, does it look like, was there any particular signs there? Was it like, if you enter, we'll turn you and your children to soup, or is it more like you enter this place, no unsolicited mail? What kind of warning is it?
I only read all the warnings that there was down there, and that's all I could read. That's all that was available.
Got it. So
I mean, the worst comes to worst, we get into a fight.
I mean, like, prefer not to go to people's houses and beat and get in fights with them. That's kind of crass. But I know what I mean. It's like, the worst comes to worst. You have like you've developed the ways of magical scholarship, yes?
Scholarship. Let me see.
So like you're a wizard, Yifan. You're a wizard, right?
Yes, I am a wizard.
At the very least, I suppose we could do some kind of barter trade. If you're not, if the witch is a wizard as well, then perhaps we back in the lands to the west, there was this whole wizards trading secrets and pay for them to find friendships. Perhaps we could use that as a bargaining chip.
We could. Definitely could.
Okay, let's make our way to the hut then.
Okay. So you, without much further ado, because there is a kind of indirect path, and the most difficult one is actually this like small climb up, less than 10 feet, I think. Just let me double check this, and yeah, I really don't think it's more than 10 feet. Yeah, it's like a 10-foot climb. It's not an issue. You can do a pull up and get up there, and then you can just pick your way up there. So let me just teleport you.
Yay! Like the sad things that nowhere to walk on.
Yeah, no need to lift you up anyway as well. Okay, let me just put you here, right?
I'm of the school of the if you don't have to roll something, that means you have less chances to roll a 5% chance of a 1.
That is true.
Don't get cocky with modifiers. That's when volatility strikes and we all die.
No lah, is the issue with these things is that when you even if you unless you're a rogue you have a way of minimizing the rolls, the bad rolls, right? Variants will always kill you.
Yeah. It's like,
okay.
No point.
And
no point
with this, right, you hear a sound of breaking branches and you hear a yell as you approach the hut, right? And there is a lady that appears to be around here. Yeah, I need to place her because too much terrain around her are very hard to.
Sumimasen! It's time for us to Sumimasen page me.
Sumimasen.
We are, and
I'm
there
sorry
is.
to disturb you.
there is. You know oh, hey, they have mimic icons here as well. Hold on. By the way, this is for potential new recruit if we ever get another player. So he appears to be this hugely muscled upon muscled man, right, with long black hair and carrying what looks like a giant halberd in his hands, right? And he's straining his muscles, and you can see his veins popping and his tendons popping, and he's screaming at a what looks like a very svelte, very well put together lady, about 5 feet tall, green skin and flowing hair. And said, no. And he's literally straining and pushing himself against what looks like what must be some kind of invisible barrier. No. Calm down. It's not so bad. What are you doing? Five,
I
4.
I cough. Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt, but
Okay. With that, he said, "Cough. Sorry to inter." He turns towards you and starts charging towards you. Everyone, please roll for initiative.
I think.
Why am I not surprised?
It's because we are very alert. That's why I'm not surprised.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're also very polite. So there are certain things that I can count on you lot doing.
Yeah, and it's not to attack first.
Yeah, it's not to attack first, right?
That's so crass. I mean, look, we're immortal cultivators, not immortal special forces, big boss man.
That's
Okay.
No, that's true. That's very, very true. I mean, I'm not doing this out of any disrespect to anybody, right? So, but
you know exactly the kind of.
Yeah, I know exactly that. Yeah, no, but that's what I say. I can kind of guess what you guys would be doing by now. I'll be kind of a terrible DM if I can't.
Okay, I think. Oops.
Let me pull up 百草先.
8 plus 3, 11.
Oops.
11, huh?
Sorry. I have 13. Coffee is at 9. Oh no, sorry. Coffee is at 10.
Okay, coffee. I have to add coffee again. Hey, coffee is not. Hey, yeah, coffee is with you. Okay. Coffee is at 10, right?
Yeah, coffee is at 10.
And 百草仙 is at Xian's at 14. I know. 20. Are you kidding me? Oh, 21. Okay. Champion Bai Cao Xian goes at 21. Next. Rich, what's your...
Oh, mine's 13.
13, huh? Okay, I'm starting the encounter. Okay, top of the round, Bai Cao Xian and the large muscle-filled angry man go at the same time. And Bai Cao Xian goes, ah! He will ready an action to throw an acid splash cantrip if the berserker charges at him, and the berserker charges at him, at the two of you.
Okay.
Okay. He literally kind of, what he does is he runs, and he leaps into the air and wheels his halberd up and smashes it down at you, Yifan.
Sure.
Oh wait, no. Who was the one who said? Excuse me.
Me.
Yeah. Okay.
Me.
So it's Cang Tian. Okay.
Thanks for eating it, bro.
No way. I'm no longer sorry. I'm just semi-sorry. This is a semi-muscle, no longer a sumi-muscle.
Okay. So berserker needs to roll dex save. Roll. Semi-Masen. He rolls a 20. Okay. The acid, he somehow manages to twist his body in mid-air, which, wow, his core must be some kind of powerful, you know, to be able to kind of jump into mid-air and then suddenly twist away from the glob of acid that just flies across him. And he lands down with a resounding smash. Okay. He is going to get advantage on all rolls.
Yeah, because he's berserking.
Because he's berserking.
Recklessly attacking.
Right.
It's okay. I mean, like, it feels like we just walked into
a domestic quarrel. Does a 20 hit?
It's a 20 is a hit. No, it felt to me more like incel energy very strong on this guy. Like, dude, the lady say don't go to her house already.
Yeah.
People shall not be named, okay? We shall not name anyone.
No.
Okay. But you know the energy.
Let's not say Let's not say Take 7 points of damage.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
7
Good
points.
thing my level 4, my skill expert, I took +1 cons. And then I wrote max HP, so I'm here to eat damage.
Good. Because just previously you've had actually got a problem with eating damage, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like I tend to do ninja, like FF14 style ninja tanking, and then sooner or later the dodge will miss and you eat damage.
Yeah.
I'm also the other kind. I keep rolling 4 for my hit points.
That's 4 is your minimum, right?
Yeah, 4 is my
Okay.
minimum. Right?
Next in the round is
Something, I think.
No, I mean 11. I think it's
Yifan.
Yifan.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all the way at 13.
Yeah.
Since he's like recklessly attacking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he is totally recklessly.
I look at Cang Tian as this and I like, okay, I'm going to
I have the Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, the explosion. I'm alright, bro.
move round the back to of him, and then I would use the flat of my blade to attack him, even though I already know that I already have recklessly attack. I am not going to cast Booming Blade, and it's just going to be a subdual damage.
Okay.
So it's just basically like, instead of like stabbing action, it's more like slashing actions.
Just as a point of rules reference, right? You can do like 600 points of damage, right? Lethal. It's only the last blow that counts.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the final hit.
It's only the final hit that counts whether it's subduing or not.
You can't do it, bro. Yeah.
Okay, then.
Just to point out. So if you want to psychic blade him, shadow blade him, please by all means go ahead.
Oh no, my bonus action is going to be
Blade
Blade Song first.
Okay.
Obviously. Defense first.
Is that why your character name is Song Yifan? Because it's Blade Song Yifan.
Yeah, played Song Yifan. Yes.
I never. It just struck me.
Actually, then if that is the case, right? If the last damage is
That's your brother. That's the case.
So my ambition, right? Just so I know we're chatting a lot, right, and all that, right? And I'm aware that there's a combat going on, right? My ambition, right, is to get as many non-Singaporeans familiar with Singaporean jargon enough, right, that I can change the name of the stream to Song Song Pa Jurong.
Song.
Nice until we can go.
Nice until we can go and fight Jurong.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I am going to actually not attack him. Then I will inscribe a rune. In fact, 2 runes.
Okay.
Sorry, I have.
I feel like we were manipulated by the goat. The goat was obviously the witches. When hey, come and help out. Oh, okay, sure.
Sure.
Okay, let me get the burb. Your
Burb.
burb is here. Burb.
It's 3 characters actually. It's fire, red rocket.
Fire red rocket.
Fire red arrow. 红火箭. And I will.
Wow, similar.
Scorching ray.
Oh, wow, serious.
I got advantage, right? And I have superior advantage because
You
I have,
you do indeed have advantage, and that's quite scary. Okay. Done.
gg.com.sg. Not gg.cu, not gov.cn.
Yes, Suedin, come and hang out with us more often, right? And you will soon be able to learn Singlish. I mean, between us and T4C, right, we're already teaching a whole bunch of people Singlish to the point where, you know, we've got people coming to us and go, Similai.
And then our German grammar.
The first ray is a 24 to hit
24 hits.
and take 5 fire.
Okay, he does take 5 fire. Can you, like, roll all 3 because it will take... Okay, taken 5 fire.
Okay, I'm just checking.
You're very lucky
I'm just
that enemy berserkers don't have totem of the bear.
Yeah, they only have freelance attack. They don't even have the advantage of strength and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, lor.
All hit.
All hit.
So,
Okay, then 2 more damage rolls, please.
6 more fire and then 10 more fire. So 16 plus.
It's just 16,
16.
The 5
16
plus the 5.
5.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ken.
21.
Because I like this. You launch your bolts of energy. 1, 2, 3. As it hits and strikes the muscle warrior, he screams out in pain. Cang Tian, it's your turn.
I look at him and I look at the wound. Like, what did he use a halberd to attack me? Is it?
Yeah, use the halberd.
Okay, then I kind of look at the wound and I'm like, I look at the lady and kind of like give her, you know, like the, excuse me, should we be involved in this? Look, kind of like, I look at her. What's her facial expression?
She is no longer there.
Like, can I be? Is this your friend? Can I be him?
She's no longer there.
Oh, okay, got it. All right. I definitely feel like the Deliveroo GrabFood driver already. Okay, then.
It's like, why am I being attacked for no reason?
Oh well. Okay, then I kind of like realized that Yifan is basically doing powerful arcane wizard swordsmanship, right? Cang Tian basically focuses his attention on the wild strikes of the fella and moves close in to kind of like where the halberd is, and as the halberd basically struck him, right, Cang Tian basically bunches his right hand up in like a palm and basically kind of like hits the flat of the blade, so there's a bit of a resonance. So it moves away from him, catches the kind of like elbow strikes the guy's palm on the grip on the spear to kind of push away, and then seizes the person's collarbone. And he's wearing armor, is it? Or is he not wearing armor?
He's wearing what looks like leather.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so Leather, seeing that you deflect the force of the bludgeoning blows, instead Cang Tian basically grabs the part of the armor, like the collar, and then basically seizes like the
Okay.
the kind of like the halberd, what part of the halberd under his armpit, right? The shaft, right? And basically is going to make a grapple. So I'm going to make a contested athletics against
You're
him.
only doing this because you know he has no advantage. You metagaming bastard.
No, like it's also because he's using a spear and
And
he's using me
because
a forearm, right?
and
And
because
because you see, I don't want to kill this random dude, right? Like already I have no grudge with him. Like suddenly pull out knives and stabbing him is a little bit hard.
and also because you just happen to get athletics expertise, right?
Yeah, but then my strength is at a flat 10, right? So basically that just means that I have a +4.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you scale up well. Okay, can make
This
a
is all skill, no luck. Okay. Then I roll a 7 + 4, 11.
he rolls a 23. So
Okay.
he easily as you grab him on the shoulder, and you try to initiate a joint lock, right? You get no purchase on the shoulder. His upper delts, right? His upper delts are bigger than what you can actually get a hold of, and where his collarbone, where you expected his collarbone to be, right? There is just muscle thews, and you just
like
slip it. And he seems to also he seems to be also kind of oiled.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like you easily slip away. Yeah.
Okay. I still have a bonus action. And
Yes,
then
you do.
I'm going to, I basically motion kind of murmur over to Yifan and says, this gentleman's muscles are so big that I think I should have prepared the passport for my hand because that's how big his body is. Like, I don't think I can hold on to him for longer, and I'm going to use my bonus action to basically initiate a dodging stance. And I
Patient
spend one
defense. Got it.
patient defense. I hope this will get his attention, so then later Yifan can do his Yifan things. I'm done.
Okay, Ken. Next in the round is
This is the round is coffee.
It's
Coffee
five
doesn't
hours.
do anything.
Oh, okay.
coffee.
Coffee doesn't do anything.
Coffee is flying around.
Yes.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, look, squirrel! Ooh. Okay. The top of the round is next in the round is okay, very interesting.
Interesting usually means we get punched. I mean, that was interesting. That's why I got punched. Yeah. Getting punched is part of our job, right?
Okay. You Cang Tian, not Cang Tian, sorry, Yifan, you hear something in your mind as you smell an intense smell of jasmine and chrysanthemums, and it almost lulls you, and you hear a whisper, a gentle female voice in your head going, save me, great hero, save me. And roll me a wisdom 14, DC 14.
Is it enchantment?
Yeah.
As a
Magic.
matter of fact, it is an enchantment.
I am an elf.
So you have advantage to.
You have an advantage to the roll.
Advantage for wisdom save, right?
No, only for charms, I think, specifically.
Yeah, charms and magic that doesn't can't put me to sleep.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're absolutely immune to sleep magic, but this one's a charm.
21.
Well done.
Charm.
Okay. So you finally see the lady pop out from one of the from like the side of your vision, your peripheral vision, and her lips are not moving except just a little motion, almost like she's sub-vocalizing, and that's it for her turn. Next in the round is Bai Cao Xian and Berserker. Bai Cao Xian.
Bai Cao Xian, that's why he's first.
Bai Cao Xian is, hey, leave my friends alone, you.
You sweaty something.
No, leave my friends alone, you which he fires off an acid splash. He seems to have recognized her for some reason. Okay, DC save is 14.
Okay.
Okay. Once again, the acid splash just hits one of the plants in the background, and nothing more to it. It hits the background and it just leaves a smoking scar. Next in the round is Berserker. Okay, so he has advantage. He cancels out this advantage, so he's just rolling plain ordinary to hit. Correct?
Yeah.
Does a 16 hit you?
16 hits me, yes.
Okay. He swings his halberd and you dance away patiently. You slap aside one or two of his blades, and even through the vibrations that you've managed to impact onto his blade, he swings down with a mighty cleaving blow as you take a second slash across your chest. Please take another 6 points of damage.
Got it.
Okay. So where's your next in the round is Yifan.
Deal with the lady lah. Deal with the
You
deal
sure?
with the charm failing. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. I will take I'll inscribe a step rune as my bonus action to misty step directly straight towards the lady as I disappear into a smoke, and after image leaves behind me, and I step right in front of in the face of the lady.
Yep, okay. Easily done.
As I'm attacking you, I will write the booming blade rune
Lay.
and smacking lay.
Okay, please.
I do not have advantage on this roll.
You do not.
So I'll just make a standard roll, and does 11 hit?
No, it does not. So you just as you reach her you stab right in what looks like a vulnerable kind of she doesn't look armored, and then as you stab her right, you notice that it stops right at her shoulder where you would have pierced her, and your blade just bends as if it reaches as if it hits some level of resistance. So you dip sword going up, and it bends and it refuses to yield. Her skin refuses to yield as she smiles in a feral, almost wild smile. Next in the round is Cang Tian. Cang Tian.
Cang Tian looks at the gentleman and basically focuses like I'm going to move around such that my back is towards Yifan, and so that the berserker can't get any sudden ideas of moving forward. I'm focusing my attention on defense. So what happens is that like he's got long hair, right? Is his hair wild or is it
wild? It's flowing, but it doesn't look combed. It doesn't look bound.
Okay, got it. So basically, Cang Tian kind of like moves his hands to basically striking at odd angles, and so the shadows of my strikes are basically coming in from just a little bit off of where the angles for defense would be. But actually, I'm kind of like using the wind flurry motions and the thermals, right, to basically make the hair even more wild, right? And blind spots for me to move in. So I'm just using that to stun my bonus to AC and taking the dodge action. I'm done. Again, I don't need to win you. I just need
to occupy his time.
I just need my friend to hit victory condition. This is like playing XCOM. Go there and hold fire. Yeah.
Okay, and who is next in the round?
Yeah, coffee, I think.
Coffee, yes.
Yes. will provide the help action on the next attack on the witch.
Okay. Coffee. Sorry, I placed him quite badly. So yeah, but his movement is 60 feet, right? He may not have enough to fly by though. After that,
Then never mind. He'll just
position himself.
He will, position himself.
Okay, can. So Coffee flies and gets ready to gets ready to strike, and she's flapping in the air, looking somewhat concerned. But then again, owls always look kind of concerned. Yeah. So
I think the next session, for the sake of all our friends who are trying to understand Singaporean slang, there's this thing called nahia, which is basically an expression of displeasure. Okay, so today is brought to you by the estate of, not the estate of C.S. Lewis, because it's the Coffee, the Witch, and the Warlord. The Berserker, okay, more like the warrior rather than
Chronicles of Narnia.
the Chronicles of Nahia.
Okay, can.
It's terrible. I mean, even I admit this.
And then the lion is called the lion's called Guailan.
Yeah, Guailan. Prince Guailan.
Yes.
It means strange penis. Literally, that's what it means. That's why it says Latin.
Okay, Ken. Let's go to the next in the round. Is yes. Okay. You didn't manage to hit, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Make an attack of opportunity.
Attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Sure.
As the witch looks wild-eyed at you and smiles as she backs off.
Ah, crap. 8.
Okay. She heads towards this small shrubbery over here.
A shrubbery?
A shrubbery, and she disappears.
Guys, we're on a need to know notice, and we don't need to know.
Yeah, I don't need to know.
Okay.
I'm getting a bit dry of all this.
Bai Cao Xian says she has to be here somewhere. He doesn't have anything better to do, so he picks up from behind these cattails and fires off a acid splash. Acid splash is Berserker needs to make save. Berserker needs to make save. Well, he makes the save. So once again, the third globe of acid is like, yeah, just wait, I'm not hitting today.
Because you see, Bai Cao Xian is a plant, right? And when he shoots the acid splash out, it's just his emotions taking him over.
Yeah.
He's having a bit of an emotional overreaction.
You see, once again, this is exactly the reason why I don't inflict psychic damage for puns. Even out of character puns, because if not, everybody, all of us will be just TPK. We'll just all die.
Die. Don't care, you are the
You die, I die, we all die.
Okay. And Berserker.
Maxi point barbarian will die too.
Berserker is going to try and hit you.
I think he must be very swag, so it's Berserker. This is the Berserk Striker.
Berserker. Well, it depends whether you like the big muscle tube. Take 14 points of damage. This one, he hits you twice. He's hit you twice with large sweeping motions already, right? And with the third one, he leaps into the air and he strikes you and it hits you square down to the shoulder.
It hits after the dodge as well, right?
Yeah, it hits after the dodge because he's recklessly attacking, but your dodge is disadvantaged, so it cancels each other out. He's just making the roll.
Got it. So the last one. So my AC from the stunts from that will be +1, is it?
Yeah, it still hits. He rolled well. He rolled well.
Understood it.
Yeah, he rolled well. Yeah, life is suffering.
Life is suffering. It's okay.
Okay.
Everyone suffering. would be my turn, I assume.
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay. I will inscribe the rune of slippery, which is Hua. And I will cast grease at the feet of the barbarian, but not including Cang Tian.
Okay, so you're gonna grease these 4 tiles lah, basically. The ones on the top of the rock where I'm displaying right now?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Those are on the rock.
Okay, can. That's fine.
So he will have to make a dex save
He will.
of 13, I think.
So with all his wild gesticulations and stuff, right? He's somehow, as he jumps up, you throw a slick layer of grease below him, right? And he lands and then fumbles for a while, slips around for a while, but manages to hold, like a la the Once Upon a Time in China, that scene where both of them are slipping around, but he managed to root himself down with his large halberd. Nixon around.
Oh, it's okay.
Nixon around.
It will be Cang Tian, I think.
Okay, cool. Cang Tian.
Okay. I basically kind of like look over at the fella that he's slashing and staring at me. And I really just think to myself, oh well. Then I kind of like move my. I kind of like look over at Yifan briefly, and I say like kind of like use my free action to talk to make a short line, which is like, how's the situation going with the where is she? That
you peek over your shoulder and she's not there.
Disappeared.
Yeah, and then Cang Tian basically says like, look, I think it's enough. It's enough. And he basically reaches to his back and kind of like hits his wicker basket, and then like pulls out his staff, right, and then basically does a bit of like like the Iman Adoni and the face, like the.
Hey, you don't see me, you don't see me.
Okay, like when he take the corporal, the rooster, the rooster kid, and he beat the guy, right? So I basically kind of like focus and I swing one of my I swing the staff over at his face with the staff. But at the last second, right, he basically dips down and it basically smashes down over to his solar plexus. It's like all his muscular actions, everything. It's basically I'm going to try to get his reactor to basically break down. It's like let his energy run out. So it's basically a strike towards his to knock the breath out, and then kind of like move in, following into that, right, and then delivering an elbow strike closer to area below where he hit, and then basically Cang Tian basically hopes that he was eating a meal before this.
Hit down, twirl, and hit. Okay, can go.
Basically cause nausea, basically. So I'm kind of like
this is like, you're almost stunning strike level. Almost
stunning strike level, right?
Almost so close.
So close, yet so far.
Come, roll.
Where is the roll? Okay, there you go. For the staff is 20. Alas, that's 12. Because it's reckless.
Yeah, you do have advantage still.
Got it. So that's 11 plus 5, 17.
Okay, 17 hits.
Okay, and then I will roll my unarmed strike, which is unarmed strike.
15 hits.
Okay, got it, 22. So let me just roll my damage.
Was the 22 a crit? No, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 5 and 5. 10 damage.
Okay, very well done. You go down, hit him with a second, and he grunts in pain, and he dry heaves for a moment. But no, he apparently has not eaten anything significant for a while.
It's like, and then I basically kind of like I'm at 14 HP left after all the hits. So kind of
Okay.
like just a status check for everyone.
Okay. Just to... This was her movement last turn, so let me just double check. She pops up from behind this tree. Yes, the dryads are just incredibly annoying. Make me a wisdom saving throw, please, Cang Tian.
Got it. Wisdom, right? It's a 15.
15 makes it. So she, once again, first time you feel it, you smell chrysanthemum and jasmine through the air, and you hear a whisper, "Hey, great warrior, help me." And
Traditional horses now. We came to help you, lady. I think you don't understand. help us, help you. Okay.
help me, help you.
Do you understand the words? They're coming out of my mouth.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Top of the round. It is Bai Cao Xian and Berserker, and Bai Cao Xian is like pops out from here again, and he's like hell bent on trying to land a shot on the witch, like absolutely hell bent on trying to hit. Okay, so this is what he is going to do. He is going to oh my god, why did he become so big? He pops
He
right
does
next...
a lot. They start beating me up.
no. He pops right next to the dryad. What he does is, this is the first time you've actually seen it because you were behind. Yeah, Ken is Ken. So he pops up. What he does is that he actually burrows into the ground, and there's this trail of like soil bursting out of the ground, and he's suddenly pops out from the ground beside him, and he hits him with one of the tendrils, and the tendril just bursts into what look like large fibrous ropes around him. Let's see whether he can land this particular one. What is the DC of the save? It is this. And what is the... Let's see whether... Okay. And suddenly Bai Cao Xian hits lands with what looks like a large... the root tendrils of his hand just extend out and wraps around the dryad.
The magical battle of plant versus plant.
and he says, get her now, she can't move.
PvP.
Plant
versus plant.
I should play a necromancer next, so we can
play plant versus zombie, right?
Zombie.
Yeah, Artificer is gonna love you for that. He absolutely adores. Artificer is what I call my son, by the way. Okay, so it is top of the round. Berserker is... He's going to... No, Berserker... Grease only works when he ends his turn there, or on the first casting. So what he's going to do is move away.
Yep, correct.
Land down here, and he's going to continue his massive flurry of relentless attacks on Cang Tian. So because Amu is not here, right? I'm just going to point out that I actually increased the encounter for this. Oh, well done. 15 doesn't hit, right? No, sorry, 12 doesn't hit, right?
No.
Okay, yeah. So he maybe it was because of the slipperiness, and maybe he didn't manage to find good purchase, right? He swings his halberd in a wide sweeping motion, but Cang Tian, you see it coming and you just duck out of the way.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Next in the round is Yifan.
Okay. I am going to move the diagonally to the right.
Basically, avoid the berserker lah.
Avoid the berserker. I assume there's difficult terrain, so it's for 20 feet.
No. You can just skirt it. Either you can go around the. You can go around. So you were here just now, right?
Yeah.
So
I'll just go around.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is your maximum move.
No, 7, 8.
Oh,
I have 40
7,
feet.
8. Okay, here.
I am going to inscribe the rune fire, red fire red arrow, and point it towards the.
So basically, you're doing this lah.
Yeah. And it's actually scorching ray.
Yes. I know that. Please roll 3 attack rolls.
And they are all advantage because she's restrained, right?
Restrain, yes, but restrain only reduces you to 0 movement. It does not give you advantage.
Yes, it is. No, it's just restraint
it
is
does.
advantage for attack.
For attack rolls.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
let
you
me
can't
check.
dodge.
Let me check. Just one moment.
But if a paladin came here, then it would be a restraining order because it's a soldier order. So I can't, attack rolls against a creature get advantage. Is it melee only? Let me see.
Yeah, attack rolls
okay,
against the
you
creature.
say
Yeah. You're right.
Roll against the creature.
Yeah. You're right.
Because I was researching Avard's Black Tentacle.
Very good.
So the first roll is let's see. Okay, no crit. I assume 21 hits.
21 hits. Roll all 3 of your rolls together lah.
No, I'm just using the app.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I assume 19 hits.
19 hits.
Then 1, 2, 3. That's
Oh, you're crit fishing with Elven advantage.
Yes, I'm crit fishing with Elven advantage. The 20.
I understand my job is to basically buy him time to land those 20s.
Okay. All 3 hits.
All 3 hits.
Hmm.
So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take a total of 23 points of fire damage.
Okay. Guess what? She screams. Burns. She's erupts with flames as her body bursts into flames. Paladin vow restraining order. No. What was that you were saying?
The paladin. If Amo was here, then we have a restraining order, right?
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Order
of restraint.
Order of restraint.
As the it burns to death. However, let's see what
we just came here to say hi. You know, it's like awesome.
You roll really well for your hit point, right? And
I'm using it.
and the damage was good, right? So, down. Let me see whether this guy recovers.
True, bro. True.
No, he does not. Top of the round. 白小仙 goes. The guy doesn't seem to be stopping.
Maybe
knock him out.
Yeah.
I'm trying. let me see what he has in his arsenal to throw. Okay, he's going to got advantage, right? Yeah, he got advantage. 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, this should be enough for it. Let me roll. He casts, and instead of his normal glob of acid, right, he reaches out and his tendrils kind of mesh together and they form some kind of a weird symbol that you recognize. Thanks Suyadin. Rich note that Suyadin has given you all extra experience. It forms a lingfu with the tendrils, the kind of the kind of like Taoist talismans. It forms the wording of it for the tendrils, right? And he launches it out at the beefy dude. Yeah, it hits just barely. As the spray of something, right, burns into his skin. He's still screaming and he's still shouting and he's still trying to fight his way through it. Top of the round. Berserker. Berserker, no. Berserker tries to see whether he missed by 1. Okay, Berserker tries to smash you, cut you in half with his halberd.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit?
That's a hit. The most probable hit.
Take another 5 points of damage.
Got it.
Okay. Yifan, your turn.
My job is the E damage.
Yifan, your turn.
Okay. I am going to skirt around my greasy spot. Because it's not a concentration.
Yes, it isn't. 3, 4, 4. Okay, Ken, no worries.
Yes. And then I'm going to use the flat on my. This time, now actually going to use my flat on my blade.
Okay. Yeah, he looks pretty badly. I mean, he's taken a hell of a lot of hits.
Yeah, I know. And I am going to take a. I am going to beat him.
I want to save up for karaoke. Mjolnir says, "Well, you can save up. I mean, what you do is versus what Sweden does is completely different, right?" So, okay, cool.
I assume 24 hits.
24 does hit.
That is.
Hey, you've rolled so many dice already. Not a single crit, huh? Hey, I looked down on your elven accuracy. I looked down on.
Yeah, horrible.
Bad
7
roll.
points of subdual damage.
Okay.
For Elven football players, this is 11 of them.
I mean, rolling 2s to catch are great, right? But you still fumble on a 1. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cang Tian, your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I was super close on a lot of them. It's like a lot of the scorching rays was at 19.
Well, maybe you need to multi-class and be a champion then.
Wow, very champion.
Yeah, you champion.
No. I don't need to do multi-class to a champion. I just take 1 level deep and take Hexblade.
You don't CB, okay? You don't CB, okay?
What?
Okay. There's some oil around here, right? And
there is oil on the right beside you, actually.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I kind of sweep my staff downwards towards the person's ankles and shins, kind of like doing
the low.
Yeah, and then like the low strike, right, and making it such that driving his attacks, right, so that's moving him towards the grease, in kind of like just like using it to kind of like cause his wild actions to become even more uncontrolled, right, and so kind of like using the terrain against him.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to basically he has moved away from the oil, right?
Yep, he has. You're going to try shove him back, is it?
Is there enough oil nearby?
It will just be a normal shove action, but in order to shove him, you will have to reposition yourself. Like kind of
Okay.
can.
So I reposition myself and kind of like use the leverage of the staff to basically give myself a little bit more momentum, and then strike forward and kind of like try to push him downwards towards the staff. So it's kind of like kind of like forcing him back, and it's mostly kind of like trying to clear more space to make him move.
So you're attacking his lower body 下盘 lah, basically. Either he has the option either force him retreat or you're literally punching him, pushing him into it, shoving it into it. That's fine. Make a shove attack.
Got it. Do I get? Can I invoke my?
Yes, you may invoke your superiority.
Yeah. This is all this stable stuff. Okay. So it's not very good. So it's +1, so 9.
Okay. Yeah, no, he when you attack him, right, what he does is interesting, right? As you attack his feet and shins, right, he basically, instead of moving backwards, right, he just turns his shins inwards and basically takes it on the meat of the thigh, right? Just smacks him. We smack him once. When you move to the next leg, right, and you swing again, he turns in and smacks it. So he basically is rooting himself on the spot and just taking it on basically the fleshy parts of his legs. Gonna bruise like hell, but his stability is completely unaffected.
Then, as a bonus action, what I do is since I notice that it's going to bruise like hell, I kind of like center my own stance downwards, and I kind of use the staff to strike. It's vaguely kind of like up to his 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock, right? So above the areas to kind of like make it such as if he was to move forward, he will basically hit the center mass, which is what his balls, right? Into the staff line. So I'm using that as my defensive action.
Okay.
To give myself and then I use my key point to get patient defense.
Yeah, so in fencing terms, right, what you're doing is you're presenting your blade so that the guy goes, yeah, if you walk any closer, right, you're walking your face right into the blade. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the logic.
Same principle. Yeah. Okay. The it's top of the round. I think it's Bai Cao Xian's turn. Bai Cao Xian goes. He sees that you're looking kind of badly wounded, right, Cang Tian?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so I have some HP left.
You have some HP left? Okay, then if that's the case, then what he'll just do is to spit acid, continue spitting acid at the pack of. Okay, run out of things to do. Let's see whether. Wow, this guy saves, he's made 5 saves in a row, okay? It's just amazing. Just 5.
We found Conan, basically.
Yeah,
we got Conan.
He was found embarrassed in a witch's hut. This is Chinese Conan, basically. We need help here.
Yeah, 柯南德. It's like dun 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 dun. It's like, what's the best thing in life? 把你的敌人压倒.
To pass your saving throws.
Yes.
Laugh at your enemies.
对啊，把他们赶走，把他们的女人。
Actually, no. You must do the update version where they get on a taxi and then he's like very concerned that you get home safely because he wants to see them driven before you.
Oh my god!
No, the conscientious barbarians.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Conan the Conscientious. I'm sure that's a missing. Yeah, I'm sure that's a missing Robert E. Howard title. Anyway, top of the round, he misses and he is continuing to launch blow after blow at you, Cang Tian. He's not a happy camper. He crits.
I'm not happy too, but we'll go quitting random people to say hi.
He crits. Take 19 points of damage.
Okay.
Hey, wait, no. Sorry. You dodged, right? Reroll.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
No problem.
Reroll. That hits, but it's not a crit.
Sure.
That's still a lot of damage. That's 15 points of damage.
Okay, got it. That's like I have 2 HP left.
Okay. Flashing. If you're Ultraman, your chest is flashing already. Okay, next in the round is
all this cardio to let me get bigger up.
Yifan.
A question. the spell in my rapier, right, is a bonus action to cast.
It's
Is it a
exactly
bonus
this.
action? It's as if I am casting the spell, right?
That is absolutely correct.
So as a bonus action, I would
Healing word.
yeah, our healing word. I will just clean off the blood of the blade. Oh, actually there wasn't any blood. I'll just like trace the lines of the blade, and then I will direct the healing energy towards Cang Tian.
Thanks.
You
And,
throw. Yep, sure. Roll a d4, add 4 to it.
D4 and add 4 to it, and that's 7. Heal 7.
Got it. Thank you.
And then my action, I'm going to do a very flashy form of attack in front of the barbarian to attract his attention.
Okay.
So basically, like interposing the blade between Cang Tian and the barbarian, and I'm trying to like stab him into a reverse grip, and then try to stab him backwards, pushing him back so that he gets a kind of a line of sight and try to draw his attention away from Cang Tian.
Okay, Ken. Make me a roll, maybe an attack roll, and if you hit, I will make a roll to see whether he does in fact get attract your attention. Okay.
Sure, no problems. The attack roll is does
42.
18 plus 6, 24.
I
wrote because I got 3d6.
Okay.
I got 3d20. So
okay.
18 plus 6.
18 plus 6 is 24. Yep, it definitely hits.
24 hits, and then the damage is 11 points of damage.
Okay. You strike him deep, and you land a blow that, and when you pull out a blade, it leads out a gout of blood. And once you do, right, he screams in pain, and see whether he understands that this was a goading. He slumps to the ground, right? One knee to the ground, goes, "Stop! Stop! Stop! Please!"
Cang Tian, like possessed by the spirit of laughing ghost, slaps you on like, "Oh, I'm sorry! I'm sorry."
Not sorry.
Like laughing ghost influences him. Like,
Aya! I accidentally slapped you. Aya! I accidentally slapped you.
yeah.
Okay. Sure. So yes, the barbarian slumps to one knee and goes, "Spare me, please. Spare me. I've had enough. Where am I?"
You are in the forest witch's hut.
What?
Where are you from?
I am.
Where do you hail from? Sorry.
I am from. He speaks in a very halting tone. You realize that he's not speaking the language of the Central Plains very fluently. He speaks it in with enough proficiency that you can understand it, but his words are very thick. I am from the north and far to the west. Far. Where am I? This is not the Central Plains.
It is not the Central Plains. It's a plain. It's a spirit realm.
What?
spirit realm.
I know nothing of a spirit. The realm. I was walking through sand, lots of sand, and was thirsty. There was many days no water. Then I saw a water hole, and that was last thing I remember. Smell of flowers, smell of
And jasmine.
What?
And jasmine flowers.
What is jasmine flower? Smell like smell. I don't know what flower is, but smell. Yes.
I look around the forest. Is there any jasmine?
No, none at all.
Growing.
Not that you can.
Okay.
Not that you can. Not that you can tell.
You could have accidentally.
What is that? He points as Bai Caoxian walks towards him, looking kind of curiously at him.
That is a ginseng spirit.
What? What is ginseng?
Plant spirit.
He is a root. He walks like a human. Why?
Because it's a spirit. He cultivates and
He what? He farms?
Something.
No.
Yeah, it's like a. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Shao missed a bit.
Sorry,
So
my Discord decided to become Discord.
Yeah, so what happened
Yeah,
was they
I
discovered
noticed.
that this guy is lost.
Okay.
He is not from the Central Plains. He speaks Central Plains in a very kind of thick-tongued sort of way. Understandable, but he loses something in the vocabulary sometimes. And the last thing about him is that he also he is not from here. He's not from the Central Plains, but he's not from here either.
He mentioned that he was from the north and the west.
Okay.
And he says
of
that
the Central Plains.
far to the west, north and far to the west. And he said that he had crossed a place with a lot of sand. And he was almost dying of thirst. And he went to an oasis, and that's where they discovered him. That's the last he remembers. And then suddenly he's here.
Chang Tian asks, are you like Chang Tian basically kind of like thinks, are you a Varangian, sir?
What?
Do you come from the land of the ice and snow?
Yes, lots of ice and snow. That term I don't understand.
Oh, it's like, do your people serve in the palace? In the palaces of.
Make me a knowledge history roll, please, because this was not. I know it's not quite your territory. You've heard legends, but you need to make a.
Maimonides will come out. Oh yes, great Muslim emperor. Let us tell you about our Christendom stuff, etc. This one the Vampire Dark Ages mode already.
Yeah, I know. Please make me a knowledge history roll.
Okay, unfortunately it's Dingo roll high. It's 4.
Yep. So you don't know the lands west of Persia. You know something of it. Oh, very good. So I didn't made a roll. Can you roll again with advantage?
Okay, advantage, right. That's okay. That's an 18.
Okay, great.
Nice.
So
That's very
well
awesome.
timed. So thanks to Eden for this. Learn something new and random. Okay, you do know of this. The Central Plains is connected to other lands by a very long trade route called the Silk Road.
Mm.
The other end of the Silk Road is actually where these very pale, red-haired foreigners live, and they live in they have their own. Sorry to sound a little bit parochial here, and I hope I don't offend anybody, but from your point of view, they have their own very rough civilization. They have their own language, and they trade. They trade a huge. There's a huge flow of trade in this particular land, but even further north to that is a land of ice and snow, where it is cold almost all the time, and the sun rises and falls in very, very weird places. However, what he's telling you is that he actually somehow managed to cross the desert, at least part of the way here, which means that he's not really familiar with the Silk Route. But he somehow managed to get from that particular oasis to this realm.
Then I ask him like, so guess you're far away from home. I'm also quite far away from home, not as far as you, sir. This is a magic plant. Does it help?
Never seen one. He is. Then he says a word that you don't understand. Root. He is root. Is he? Poison. I see him use poison. He poisoned me right here. Right here.
That one is like plants. It can be poisonous or it can be nutritious. But because you were being quite poisonous in your own way, he was poisonous as well.
That's stupid. That he points towards where the witch was burned. That witch, she did something to my head, and I was fighting it all this while.
I mean, like you were fighting a lot of things. That Chang Tian basically like patches up like some things. He says, well. So anyways, you are very far away from home, and this is a very dangerous place. Do you wish to head back to your homelands, or where are you headed to?
Don't know how. How I just want out of this blasted place. Volky!
Alright, Valky. Then I look at Yifan. Should we... He looks like a strong warrior that we could... we'll probably get into more trouble if we leave him alone. Do you think we could have one more room in this dangerous Outlands expedition for a strong warrior?
Definitely. Sorry, his name is Volky, is it?
Volky, Valki. Volky, which is really difficult to pronounce in Chinese.
Rauki? Rauki?
Okay.
Rauki.
Volky.
We'll,
By the way, thanks to Edin for that very well timed learn something new and random.
Yes, definitely time, Rauki. We will welcome you to follow us.
Name.
And follow us.
I know. I don't follow. I offer you name. You.
Yes.
Tell me name.
All right.
My name is Song Yifan.
That is a good name.
Right.
Ojo. This one is an Ojo between the two of us.
Is it like one of those like all in character jokes? Is it?
Yeah, these are very old in character jokes.
Very old in character jokes.
Richard and I are, but for those of you on the stream, Richard and I are actually brothers, and the two of us have been playing for like close to 40 years together, so we have tons of these in jokes. And I was just referencing an old character that used to use that phrase a lot.
Yes.
Sounds very familiar. I think I might have heard of it, right?
I think were you part of our 7C game? I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, you're now part of now our streamers are now part of this larger family and all that. So you get privy to some of these in jokes as well.
Yes.
Hey, so yeah, your name.
Yes, I am. I am. You can call me Chang. I am. I am also a faraway traveler. I come from a land of sands and oasis. So if you're looking for a way back, maybe we can.
He cocks his head and then he says in he tries a few different languages with you. He tries Arabic.
Okay.
You don't know Arabic, but you know what it sounds like. So he tried Arabic with you. Then he tries Latin, and it's all very just pig Latin. And then finally he uses Persian. It is very broken Persian. It's the kind of like, this is a table kind of Persian, right?
Yeah.
But he says hello to you in Persian.
Okay, I say hello as well, and then I say.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
I know where you're from. The place with those buildings and lots of people going talk. Yes.
Then you know the horses with humps.
Horses with humps. Yes.
If you go a bit west and south, then you get the big creatures with teeth.
And the long nose.
Yes, long nose.
Yes.
So, not as far as you. But there were a few scribes that I saw, with golden hair, and they told me before that they were people who fight for money, and they were serving some emperor.
I fight for money.
Good. Universal language.
Silver, gold, all good. Sometimes jade.
Okay.
I don't understand why in Central Plains people give paper. Paper not valuable.
Then I whisper, it's because the paper easier to carry. Some other person help you put all your money, they go there, give the paper.
But what can I do with paper? I go back home. What I do with paper? People read, joke.
Then later I kind of pat the hand on like this guy who's been trying to kill me for the past. Right. I say, I look left and right. I say, have you ever tried cleaning your ass with gold? It hurts. Paper is so much better. Then I pat him on the.
He actually thinks for a while and thinks on that for a while. You have point.
Yeah.
Bark also painful.
Yeah.
Stone also painful. Paper not painful.
See, it's like there's wisdom in all things. So yes, we are actually we're doing very dangerous things, which might get us all killed, but it probably involves a lot of money as well. Would that be the kind of thing that you're interested in?
Money. How much?
Then I look at Yifan, who's our
Actually, no. This one on me. You saved my life. This one I owe you. Get out of here. Then we talk money.
Sounds great.
By the way, Yifan, can you make me a knowledge arcana roll?
Okay.
Look, shop right owner.
22.
The way he's described his journeys, you get the sense that he is not ordinary as well. Because those journeys and places that you've gone to, right? Each of them have their own hazards. By rights, he should be dead.
If he was an ordinary person.
If he is an ordinary person. Even if you have an upper skill limit, like remember what I was saying about tiering, right? You can have all the experience in the world, you will still be stuck at level 1. Because you have to break through that gate. Right?
Of which
he clearly has broken through that gate already.
at least broken through the level 1 gate.
Yeah.
Might have broken through the level 5 gate.
Maybe not. He doesn't seem powerful enough to get you to level 5 gate. But if you want to think of it this way, right? There are equivalents in China that have pure external martial arts, and there are people who are just body cultivators, and he seems to be like either accidentally or on purpose a body cultivator or a primal cultivator for that matter. There are many ways in the Tao. So it's one of those weird mysteries. It triggers your mind in that sense. That's why maybe you wrote a Knowledge Arcana, but it triggers your mind that there's something interesting about this guy.
Okay. I look at
Valky.
Valky and say, you have a very good physique and we should be able to.
It was scrawny lad.
Okay, he did say scrawny, is it?
Yeah, he said scrawny.
Okay.
Scrawny boy. He points at the thing. He says maybe slightly taller. Points at Spy House. Maybe slightly taller. Maybe, don't know. But
then how did you become to be like this?
Taken as slave.
See, I told you, he's basically Conan. He was more embarrassed at the Wicker's hut. He fights for money, and he's got black hair. He likes to climb hills.
Yeah, but no, he's totally not Conan. Totally not Conan.
Okay, got it.
Totally not.
Like the lawyer GM has announced that to basically protect our IP, right?
Yeah, he's totally not Conan. Totally not. I mean, like big strong barbarians and all that. Dime a dozen, right? There's so many of them out there.
So many.
Yeah.
I think we should search the hut for clues. I look at Valky and say, we're looking for something here.
What you looking for? Lost here many circle of what am I saying? He looks up here and says, this place, he does this. Stupid. Is sun and night and day make no sense.
Oh, how fast is the night or day?
Maybe another 2 hours, 3. It's now look like high noon.
It's high noon. Sorry.
But I tell you, even in the time that we have been fighting, the shadows have been lengthening.
Then I would suggest that we all take a rest in the hut then.
There's nothing in the hut, nothing really interesting. You can go in and take a look, but I tell you, the witch don't live in the hut. The hut is for her plating, a toy like me.
Are there other survivors?
No, only me left.
I look at Cang Tian. I will go and look at the remains of the witch. Perhaps you can take a look at the hut.
Sure. And Cang Tian basically kind of limps over to the place and
I go with the person I injured. Just apology, Persian monk.
So okay, then I take a piece of bread and then I break the bread and I'm like, you want some? When I punch your stomach, nothing came out. I can guess you're quite hungry.
Yes, stupid. This place, hungry but don't starve.
Oh, okay. I think I know. Then later I say to Yifan, that's a little bit like the manner, where the energies and flow. We can look around something like that.
Very good. Make me a perception roll now.
For me?
Yes,
Or for him?
you only for you.
Okay. Let me see. That's a didn't roll high. It's a 7.
Okay, nothing.
Yeah. Then I kind of like look over and I kind of like say, so how long ago was it since you ended from Ceylon came here?
Don't know time here. It's like I
Eh?
said, day
How-
and
how-
night,
how-
crazy, stupid. You know, you stay here for sometimes it's few hours. The shadows grow long. Sometimes you wait for. Many times you sleep, we wake up. Suddenly, it's 3 days have passed. It's strange, very strange.
You can imagine.
Okay, and you go into the hut.
Yeah, the heart of the mystery.
What is it? So, alpha software to see alpha software, right? So the place just randomly snaps into. Okay, here we are.
Explanation to the viewers. Juicy means
It's like that.
it's
It's
like that. Yeah.
It's like that.
Very very hard. Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can heal in now. Okay, good. This will be a good height. And this is what you see. A glowing purple cauldron. Some what looks like dried food, dried meats, some wild grain, some dried fruit, but nothing much inside. You see that it's clear that there's no bed, there's no creature comforts here. Whoever the dryads had taken as a prisoner had clearly been sleeping on the floor.
I look at Valky and like, so which part? Where do you sleep, huh?
This corner. He motions over to the corner here. It's most comfortable corner, at least to me.
Okay, I take a look at the rations and I kind of sniff the dried meat.
Yeah, it's wild animal meat lah. Like whatever people can hunt from this area. Smells not salted but smoked.
Okay. And I kind of like, we can take this for our travels, huh?
Can, yeah. So call it another week or call it another 2 weeks worth of rations if you wish.
Okay. I try to see whether any last signs of what, like for example, the other survivors there, anybody got moments of lucidity and tried to.
Make me an investigation roll.
Got it. Investigate. That's 18.
Okay, very good. There is a very from this corner, right? There's a very stylized carving of what looks like a flame-shaped crystal and a 4-point arrow, like a direction arrow, but one of them is leading out of this like compass point to the northwest, northeast. Sorry.
Okay. I basically say, all right. That's then I kind of like point out, hey Valky, we're actually looking for this flame to save a boy. It's a long story, but basically a boy got evil magic, got cursed, and we're trying to save the boy. We need to find the flame. Do you know anything about this flame?
Flame? No.
Yeah.
Wait, flame? Like star in sky?
Yes, like sky.
Northeast from the hut.
Yeah, I look at the direction. Does it cohere?
Yeah, it does.
We need to head there. Would you
No problem.
help us to bring us there?
No problem. Come. Valky bring you there. You saved Valky life.
Let's take a rest first then, Valky. And
You reach there before sunset. We'll show you what I mean when you reach before sunset. Yifan finds the remains of the dryad. There's a spirit gem, but also next to her there's a small pouch that's unburned, and in that pouch there is a small mineral of some sort. Looks goldish, almost orangey. You pick it up. You smell it. It smells like not quite gold, but it's pulsing with some level of power. Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Oh, did Shao drop?
Yeah, Shao dropped, and your camera's not on.
No, I just turned back on again because I was on the fire break.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Don't worry. Like I mentioned before, we.
Yeah, I
know how to
really should just do ad breaks, right? But I think
It's alright.
going into the flow of it is more important.
Yeah, I know. So I'm just going to keep it in tuck it into my waist pocket,
Okay.
and then head back into I will work out all these magic items.
Just as you come in, right? You see the both of them coming out.
Okay.
Okay.
And there's nothing inside. I look at Cang Tian and Valkyrie.
Valky says, "We bring you to flame. I'll show you something. Come."
Sure.
He brings you to the first point,
Mm-hmm.
and you see this flame that seems to be burning in the ground. It looks like it doesn't look like a normal flame. It is burning and it has this strange ethereal component to it, and it's burning in a way that doesn't seem to spread, just burns constantly. And then he says, up cliff top, come. And he walks north and picks his way through kind of what looks like shale and hidden trails as he reaches what looks like the base of a cliff face. Okay, so he reaches the base of the cliff, right? He says, little more forward. We need to reach top of cliff before nightfall. It's not far. He moves forward. And he hits up. Okay, I'm just gonna port you to the final location. Yeah. This I need to search a little bit because the map has gone a little bit crazy. Okay, so let me just port you guys over there. So he pushes forward, right? And eventually you reach the side of a cliff face.
Mm-hmm.
And let me port you over there. Just in time, as the sun is about to set. And again, there's a fire here that seems to be burning out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So he seems to be using the fire kind of as an orientation
Okay.
point. and then he just goes basically topo bashes from here, from one point to the next with just straight northwest. Okay.
Sure.
And finally, just as he reaches here, the sun sets, and he says, "Look towards the northwest." And let me lower the perspective because
Northeast, you mean?
look towards the northeast.
Okay. Oh, okay.
This constellation you are looking for marks. The constellation you're looking for marks the entrance
Yes.
to your cave.
Mark the entrance to a cave.
Yes. I suggest we camp here for the night before we go. By the way, just so you can clarify, for the night it's not a full 8 hours, it's just a short rest. Because timing here is a bit weird.
Okay. No problems.
Okay, so do we want to take a short rest?
Sounds great.
Yeah, take a short rest.
And this is the constellation that he was talking about.
Nice.
Okay. Make a expand your hit dice, make a short rest, refresh all the things that you require for a short rest.
So painful. Let's go.
Yeah, so Suradin, while they are doing this, right, we're gonna take a 5-minute break. While they are doing their short resty things, right? Yeah, I was just saying that this is one of the strengths of Talespire, where you're actually able to kind of play tricks of perspective to do nice things like this particular effect. You can build constellations, have tricks of perspective. You can play with shadows to build, a nice perspective puzzle.
Mm-hmm. Shao, do you need hit dice?
It's okay. Let me take a look. I don't.
Oh, another thing, just to again for our viewers' sake, right? While they're taking the short rest, one of the house rules that I allow is that I actually allow players to transfer hit dice to each other. This is again kind of like the wuxia trope where people are healing each other with internal energy and steam rises from their head and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because I haven't taken any damage.
Okay, sure. I think I could go with 1 or 2 if you like. Let me calculate how much I'm at now. 5 plus 1, 9 plus 9, 18. Yeah, I probably need some.
Yeah, I think I'll pass you 2.
Okay, got it.
So that you will be able to get up to
Got it.
higher amount.
So let me know how much your 2 are.
My 2 is 2d6 plus 2. Wait, plus.
Plus 4.
Yeah,
Plus 2,
plus
right?
con, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll roll and tell you the number.
Got it.
Heal 12.
12, right? Okay, got it. I'm actually. That actually heals me up to full, so that's great. Thanks.
No worries.
Yeah. Like, does our planty friend have prayer or healing? No, right?
No, he doesn't. He's not a cleric. Number one.
He's an artificer.
He's actually an artificer. However, he's going to make his potion for the day. He hasn't made his potion yet. So that's an extra 2d4 at some point in time where he basically comes up to you and there's a sealed gourd, right? He says, "Why don't you take one of these?"
Maybe keep it for later future fights.
One of you takes these. I don't really have much use for it.
I pass it to. I show it to Cang Tian. I think you most likely be able to be injured the most.
Okay, sure. I don't know whether it's a good thing to put on my LinkedIn. Most likely to get injured.
Okay. If you guys are done, what I'll do.
Achievement unlocked. Most likely to get hurt.
Yeah. Hurt most of
What I'll do is I will turn this to just bare dawn again. Okay. You see it. You see the path lit, and you see a staircase that leads up into what looks like a cave mouth. Just so that you guys can see it. Can you guys see the cave mouth at the top of where the trail leads? Okay, cool. Okay, so shall I teleport you?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Everybody's scared of making survival roll, huh?
No, where you got?
Please do not taunt the GM.
I'm not taunting the GM. I'm basically grimacing in pain. Where you got?
Okay. And this is the cave that you enter into. Yeah, that's. Oh, sorry. What's Sueden? What do you mean by the crazy trick? The trick of perspective? Or was it the necromantic healing that you're talking about? Oh yeah, the perspective alterations. Yeah. So I was saying to Ramji from T4C, right, that we can talk all we want about what limits us in this piece of software, or we can just talk about what it enables us to do. And what it enables us to do is to do some really crazy shit like that particular perspective trick that I've just pulled. So I can't really see where your tokens are, so what I'll do is I will reinstate your tokens here. Oh, hang on.
Is it because it's at a different level?
I think it may be. Let me see. Oh yeah, it is at a different level. And you're about to hit in. Anyway, okay, that's fine. It worked better when I... So you go in, I'm just gonna port you in, because I cannot be asked to try and figure out my way in. You reach a set of tunnels, and there's a smell of sulfur, smell of like noxious fumes that's thick in the air.
Okay.
Yeah, you and I both, right, Sweden? It's like this cave is just a nightmare waiting to happen. Oh wait, I just realized why. It's because the entrance of the cave is over here. See, I've made such a complex map that I myself get lost in it. I think I may have lost. Okay. And for Gobby, right, I don't know where he is.
I think he's still at the entrance.
No?
Outside the...
it doesn't matter, okay. It doesn't matter, I'll just create a new one. It's Goblin. Done. Set the size. Okay, done. So the four of you enter, right? And the first thing you see is this strange blue glow of crystals that poking out of the ground. And immediately, right, you already start seeing your very first, a corpse of.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask something actually. I forgot. May I ask something to Yifan before we continue?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said, like remember time blends strangely here, according to our Valky, and spirits that were caught in the watery cave became blood drinkers. That mashup that we found. I'm not so sure whether maybe this nature spirit is also preying on people to feast on their energy in the same way. I think it's best be careful.
I agree.
It's like powerful things like this flame imperishable. It's going to draw like parasites and profiteers lying around it, hoping to benefit from it. Even if they can't use it, idiots like us, fool's errand followers will probably be big targets
You
for them.
did you did mention when you come out that this place or this realm reminds you a lot of the 10,000 Manor.
It does. So best be careful.
In terms of the flow of time. Hmm. I'm not too sure how similar it's going to be, but we can observe further and make sure that we don't get trapped in it as the same way as we were trapped in it previously.
All right. Let's hope so then. Yeah, that's all I just wanted to say to Ivan.
And as you move in, you spot the very first skeleton next to a pickaxe. You're not entirely sure how old this particular corpse is, but it seems to have suffered the ravages of time fairly, how should I say, badly. I just realized that Conan is not with you. Let me go get Conan. I mean, not Conan. I mean Valky.
Yeah.
No IP was harmed in the making of this session.
Yes, no IP was harmed in the making of this session. Okay, done. And you see it. His bones are bleached white. Maybe an investigation check, Cang Tian, because I know that you're probably going to do so anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will assist.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 14.
A what?
Oh, you got
14.
you
Okay.
get advantage.
Okay, advantage is it? Let me
Yep.
roll. Okay, then instead that's a 19.
19. Okay. Two things you know about this. What you can tell from the skeleton. One is this skeleton look like it. Well, whoever it was looked like he died running.
You're running, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Secondly, it's not a skeleton in the sense of it being the flesh rotting away, right? Because if you did, you would have kind of like noticed that there was an area around it and stuff like that, right? What it looks like is that some unnatural force literally just bleached the bone. Either you suspect that it was a very intense fire that just burned the flesh just completely away in a flash, but left the bone. Dun dun dun.
Okay, let's be very careful not to get set on fire. Yes.
Okay.
Ha 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 ha. Time to put up music.
Time to stop, drop, and roll.
Stop, drop, and roll. Okay. Where is he running away from? Which direction is he running away?
He's running away from deeper in the cavern. This direction.
Okay.
So he's running towards this, and he's kind of like either hiding or he's trying to make the corner but didn't quite succeed.
Okay. So we are looking for something hot. So we should be heading towards the direction of the fire, right?
Now that
Yeah.
you mention it, the stones do feel kind of warm.
On the on our left.
No, everywhere. Like
Everywhere.
they like when you, if it feels like almost like you're standing on a road. You know, with your modern tar roads, right? It feels like you're standing on a tar road on
Yeah,
a
it's been
very
out in the
hot
sun.
day. So the floor is a little bit sticky. A bit nyam nyam, that type of feeling. Nyam nyam means kind of like it's gooey and a little bit sticky.
Yep. Okay, sure. We will head towards the. Is that the only way?
No, there's a kind of a left and a right down here, but you have to investigate the caves by yourselves, basically. So this is dungeon crawl.
Yay. That's heads to the left, I guess.
Let's check the. Looking around, can basically see that. What's the vision of light? Like, is it ambient glow? Like, is this what we see, or is it actually darker and not so bright?
It's actually okay. So you're right. You again, you hit the nail on the head, right? There is an unnatural light that's being emitted from the walls, and it's coming from these like blue crystals. So there's this weird blue light that refracts off the walls. So every so often you walk down, right? You get basically the idea that there's dim light. There is, this place would otherwise be completely dark because there's no light source, and unless you guys are lighting your torches. So far, you've not had to light your torches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would suggest we explore together.
Oh, Suedin, don't tempt me with making them.
We will basically die from the
No.
survival and climbing rows.
No, you won't die. You walk towards
Crossroads.
the crossroads up here. So where do you want to go? Forward, left, right?
We have a Nick.
Hi.
Hey!
Sorry, just got back from work.
There's an echo in your.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It should be okay now, right?
Yeah, it's okay now. So Nick, you were actually in the other. You're back in the mortar realm. So maybe you wanna just you sit down, or do you want to bring Amu in?
No, I'll sit out for tonight. It's fine. You guys should be ending soon anyway.
Yeah, we are going to end maybe in another 10 minutes, but they've now reached the dungeon crawl stage of the thing, and I will write you in next week, okay?
Yep, no worries.
Okay, cool. So Valky is walking forward slowly. It says he taps the floor a little bit as he goes. Floor not stable, be careful.
No, we're not. I look at the general direction, which, based on.
It was in this general direction that he was running. Just like it can be any of these three places.
Yes, I'm asking is that.
Actually, Valky is not quite the same. He will not be walking in the middle of it down here. He's walking kind of like akin along the walls, and he's feeling himself, feeling the walls while he's doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. So Valky is one of those kind of like Uber survivor types.
Let's take on the left side first.
Okay.
And follow standard rules
So
of exploration.
Yep. So he turns around the corner. He says, "Clear, nothing here. Maybe open chest, something up ahead."
Walk
Let's-
walk
let's-
up ahead.
Let's stop. Let's stop here for a while. If there's open treasure here, and we haven't cleared on the right, let's scope out the corner on the right to basically check out our flanks before moving inside.
No problem.
I'd rather we surprise them rather than, because treasure chests are usually the most guarded. If you make any noise or sound, I don't want them to come. We're not here to steal anything. Well, we're here to steal fire, but we're not here to steal treasure. So
Okay.
I'd rather we scope out.
So you walk towards the left, right, and you realize that this used to be a set of living quarters of some sort. There's like evidence of, there's evidence of a rock shelf kind of bidding and what have you, right? But this entire place has caved in.
Okay. It's caved in now. Okay.
Yes. What about the other side, like to kind of like circle around?
So yeah, you already did. So to the left was the treasure chest. To the right was this. It was caved in, and then there's another passage that leads further.
What about the south? What about southeast?
So south was where you came from. I'm so sorry that you did, right? I got over enthusiastic and I actually accidentally blocked the entrance to the cave.
Got it. But sorry, I thought there was a passage here. So
Let me clear. So that you actually can enter the cave now. Okay.
should we head to check around the northeast side as well? To basically, we can sneak around and basically take a quiet look around. To basically at least make sure that nobody catches us unawares.
This way, right?
Just pass up, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you head up. Again, hugging the wall. Valky basically recommends that you hug the wall. All of you, please make survival checks.
Survival.
Yeah.
Can our forest spirit need to roll or not? Only.
Forest spirit is sitting on one of your backpacks because this area is not quite great for this. Somebody shall not pass.
Yeah, I think I feel
Okay.
Oh, I got 18. With 4.
Okay, you Cang Tian, you trip on some loose falling and you almost kind of fall. You fall forward for a bit, but you manage to get Yifan manages to grab hold of you before you actually put your foot down on a particularly weak portion of the and just as you hear you hear a rumbling of rock and you hear a deep rumbling voice from deeper into the cavern going, "Who goes there? Who approaches?" And I just realized that this area needs renovation anyway, so this is a good time to stop.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for joining us, everybody. We will try to have a break, and if anyone wants to redeem channel points for XP and lore drops, now would be the best time to do it. Once again, follow us and subscribe if you're that way inclined. Thank you so much for everything. And one is what? Busting out, redeem, bust out the karaoke. I'll rain check it for the next one, okay? I owe you one. Okay? It's getting a little late. Okay, and that's thanks everyone for joining us, and we are going to be dropping off the stream now.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good day. Good sometime.
Adios, everyone. Stay safe.
Bye-bye. Stay safe.